Alright. RVRL. Just eating until the race starts, or the qualifying basically. But yeah, it is Jeddah in Saudi Arabia, Jeddah Corniche circuit. The circuit looking like sperm. At the first when it came, it got a lot of hate, but I think now people start to realize that it's, and even myself start to realize that it's a decent track to race on. Is very satisfying with these, especially the first sector. You see the car just flowing or not flowing, depends a little bit, but just flying around the circuit, high speed. But yeah, the circuit is the fastest street circuit on the calendar and second fastest circuit on the calendar, just only behind the famous Temple of Speed, Monza. I mean, obviously it wasn't gonna be like, I don't know, like Monaco, which is the slowest track on the calendar. But yeah, the first Grand Prix hosted in 2021, so it is pretty recent. That race was pretty interesting between Lewis and Max. I'm not gonna say anything more, I'm just gonna say that it was a very interesting. A number of laps 25, with the sprint it is 9, since we have a sprint. Circuit length 6.174 kilometers, race distance about 154, with the half of the 50%. Lap record is 130.734 set by Lewis Hamilton in 2021. 27 corners, 3 DRS zones. First one in the start finish straight, second one after turn, or basically turn 17. Basically turn 19, which, for God's sake, turn 19, you guys won't know it, I know. In the second sector, after the long, like, really open hairpin to the right, left, and then the very fast chicane, right, left, and then on the exit there's like a left king, right king, and then there's DRS until turn 22, and then exit of 22 to 23 and to 24. There, basically, where Mick Schumacher in 2021 had his very big accident. It was no. Was it in the race? I can't remember. But probably it was in the race. And then after that, a second DRS zone going into turn 27, and then on the exit of turn 27, I talked about this. Then there's another DRS, which is the start from the straight, going to turn 1. The best overtaking places, it's turn 1, turn 13, turn 25, 26, and 27. I mean, it's pretty much 25 and 26. It's pretty much the same corner, pretty much. I don't know, but they pretty much like only 1, 2, well, basically 4 corners, or 3 actual corners where you can overtake. Only 3 actual corners we can overtake, and then the 2 additional ones, which are basically kinks. Anywhere else, I mean, it's way too tight, so it's not really, it's just not worth it. Because like going on the first DRS zone, on the confusing one that I had to explain. It's not worth it, because on the exit, like immediately after that DRS ends, there's another DRS detection zone, and then you don't gain from one corner, or actually 3 corners, but 2. Okay, 3. You don't gain from 3 corners like, I don't know, half a tenth, and the car behind you is gonna anyways gain almost like most of the gap, and then in literally one corner you don't gain 3 tenths or 4 or 5. I mean, if the car behind you makes a mistake, then you're lucky, but if it doesn't, then you are dead. I mean, unless if the car behind you is using a very high downforce setup and you're using very low downforce setup, so could be a little bit different, but should be with the setups, it should be similar. It should be similar. It's a night race as well. At least it should be. It should be a night race. I mean, it says in the weather forecast that it's gonna be a night race. Okay, so that thing done. Now on to the championship. Now you may wonder why the heck... No, wait, actually Hakimi is in the Red Bull. Huh. Huh. Oh, okay. So, in the standings, with the drivers, Josh can get his championship today. The gap between Josh and Splandy, it is 18. So basically Josh needs to win this race. And basically Splandy just has to finish out of Josh. And then if Splandy wants to keep his championship alive, he has to finish ahead of Josh. That's for sure. Or Josh cannot outscore Splandy by 7 points. Or 8, basically. 8, technically. Yeah, Splandy cannot let Josh outscore him by 8 points. Otherwise, Josh is gonna get the championship in Jeddah, 1 round before the finale, the final round of the season in Brazil. Jamie, it's looking very unlikely that he would get... He's still mathematically in with 171 points, but at the moment he's like 30... That's 36 points behind Josh, so he has to outscore Josh by quite the margin. He has to outscore Josh by... If I said 36, then he needs to outscore him by... or at least 11 points. Secret is out of the championship already. 154 points, so that's 53 points behind. Not possible anymore. So, summary. Josh can win this championship if he outscores Splandy by 8 points. And basically, with Jamie, he outscores him by... Well, he just needs to finish. He doesn't even actually has to finish the race in terms of Jamie, because Jamie has to gain on him by like what was it, like 11, 12 points. So, but then as well, if he gains like 11 points, then that is even easier for Josh, because that is 25 points. So Jamie would have to win and with the fastest lap, and Josh, I mean Jamie would have to the only scenario for Jamie at that point would be just to win with the fastest lap, and Josh to again not finish the race. So we're going to quali. Okay, let's just get the sound a little bit down on my side because it's quite loud. Okay, I have to use my controller because my wheel isn't connected. Monkey in Ferrari, Mixi in the McLaren, Hakimi in the Ferrari, Fran in Alfa Romeo, Splendid, Mercedes, Josh Ferrari, Red Bull, Jamie Ferrari, Almas Mad back in Alpine, Dave in Mercedes, Panda, Aston Martin back in Aston Martin, Jay Alpine, and then Zalan, newcomer, or at least that what I would say, in the McLaren. That's the championship in terms of the drivers, constructors. Yeah, it's sunny. Jamie, you are an idiot. Mercedes still, or basically they're still leading, but only now. Actually, they gained points on Red Bull after Secret bottled it. Instead of getting P1, he didn't even finish it in the goddamn podium because he reset it to track, which is illegal. And and he got a 10-second time penalty. And because of the penalty points, he got a race ban. Yeah, in the constructors, Mercedes with 382 points, Red Bull's 361 points, Ferrari are out of the championship already, so it's only between Mercedes and Red Bull. Red Bull 21 points behind Mercedes. So it would be better for them to outscore them, but if they don't, then they don't. What the hell? Okay. Shut down already. I don't care that there's some applications that still need to be goddamn shut down. Everyone on the softs obviously, so nobody cares about that. Few drivers already out on the track. I got a broken control again. Beautiful myself. Absolute retard. Absolute nightmare. Panda on an outlap, Jay on an out, not anymore since he invalidated. Zalan on an outlap, Dave on an outlap, Josh on an outlap, Splendid on an outlap with 32.978 first sector, and Jay has spun and on the exit of turn 13. Fran has started his flying lap, as well as Hakimi and Monkey. I'll go with Splendid. Turn 22, 1 minute 1783 second sector. Now turn 24, 25, 26, and then the final corner, turn 27. Yeah, he does it well on the exit, no mistakes. Doors open and crossing the line with a 129.301. So that is the time that everyone has to beat. Hakimi crosses the line, he goes P2, 128.470. Then there's Zalen crossing line 130.553. Panda has invalidated his lap. He's here, Jay is here. So behind him it is Josh, who's invalidated as well. Dave was spun on his lap. Fran, I guess, as well, he invalidated. Yeah, he invalidated. Someone joined, that's Ethan? Ethan, I guess, joined back. Monkey on an out lap. Flying lap, sorry. Flying lap, and he goes P1, 129.168. That is provisional pole position for Monkey. In one league, he is driving for you see the second one, Red Bull. Beautiful. Pretty much the same with Jamie. But anyways, is there anyone still on the lap? Oh, Nasmat is on the lap, and he goes P5 131 279. Wait, let me just quickly do one thing, because with the audio. Okay. Then a little bit for me. With the headphones, okay, now good. Okay, now it's better. At least for me in the headphones. I don't know about you, but for me in the headphones it is way better. Action on our lap, Ethan on our lap, Josh on a flying lap. Zalen left the session, alright. Josh going into the pits. Jamie on an out lap, Panda as well on an out lap. Actually everyone is on an out lap who's out on the track. Oh, Dave has spun on the exit of turn 13. Monkey on an out in lap. Or I mean, although, is he giving toe? Okay, a little bit toe. There's a little bit toe. Jamie starts his flying lap. I will go with him. Turn 1. Could have been more on the inside. Turn 2. Turn 3. Pretty much flat. And then into turn 4. This is the tricky section now. Turn 5. Then turn 6. 7. 8. So a little bit wide. 9. 10. 11 and then 12. First sector 32.7. Turn 13 could be a little bit more on the inside in my opinion, but whatever. Turn 14 and then into turn 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, no. This is 20, 21, and then 22, 1 minute 01, 603, turn 24, turn 25, there's open, turn 26, and then turn 27. At the moment, the lap was pretty good. Again, no commentator's curse happening. And then Jamie is gonna cross the line to go P1 128.960. So that means it is a Ferrari front row lockout, a provisional Ferrari front row lockout. Jamie going faster than Monkey by 2/10. Splendid starting his flying lap. Panda on a flying lap. Yes, he was 130.590. So fairly close behind Zalen, who is in the McLaren, and Panda is in the Aston Martin. He was a season ago in the Aston Martin. This season he probably would have won the championship already if he would have done the whole season. But since he didn't, he wanted to drive for TNR, which is basically Team Norway Racing, a Norwegian league. I'm not any sort of way in there. Mixie was on an outlap, so nothing to really worry about for Panda, really. But yeah, he decided to ditch RVRL for some Norwegian league. I mean, it's good since there are many good drivers in there, I guess. Fran, nope, not on a lap. Josh starting his flying lap, I'm assuming. Jay on an out. No, the US no. No, with the US and no, it's not. No, he's not on a lap. Okay, now I've talked that much that I don't know who is on a lap. Well, Splendy definitely isn't on a lap, and he won't be on a lap next lap. Panda definitely isn't. Monkey starting. Well, getting a little bit of, I mean, maybe 100th of a worth of 100th worth of a so sorry. Frank goes P8. Monkey's a couple of corners were good. First couple of corners. Turn 5. Turn 6. Turn 7. Fairly close to the walls. Turn 8. Turn 9. Turn 10. Turn 11. And then turn 12. First sector pretty good. The delta 2.5 tenths up already. Goodness me. Already for a provisional pole position lap. Well, the rear was on the edge. It was on the edge. I could see by steering and by the camera. It was on the edge. That was on the edge. Josh meanwhile goes P2 129.115. And Monkey on the exit of turn 13. That was on the edge. 3 tenths of improvement through the second sector. And then third sector pretty much a straight and 4 corners basically. And preparing for the final corner. This is where you can gain or lose all. He did it well enough. And then Monkey crosses the line. Provisional pole position for Monkey 128.823, gaining another half a tenth throughout the lap. I mean, that first sector 2.5 tenths there already, and then gaining half a tenth the 2 final sectors. I mean, it's crazy. Dave went P6 129.714. Hakimi still with at 129.470. Masmat not on a flying lap. Mixie, no. Fran, no. Ethan, nope. Is there anyone on a lap? Well, Dave, oh, Dave definitely isn't. Josh, no. Monkey just did. Hakimi, no. No, not even with enough fuel. I mean, Dave has fuel, but actually, no, he won't have enough fuel. I must not into the pits. Mixie, front in the pits. I mean, Jay would be the closest one to be on a lap, but he's on an out lap. Actually, Zalan. No, Zalan is here, so that would be Jay, the closest one to be on a flying lap, actually. Under 5.5 minutes to go in this qualifying, and it looks good for Josh. It looks very good for Josh in terms of the championship, being ahead of Splandy. That is very important for him, and as well the fact that Jamie is only in P2 in qualifying. So I mean, it's pretty nice. Ethan goes P11, but I knew from his lap that it wasn't good. I mean, in turn 10, I mean, he was off track completely. So I know that it wasn't a good lap. Maybe he would be on a lap, but Jay behind him is on a actual flying lap. Let's go on board with him. That Aston Martin looks. No, it's gonna block him. He has blocked him. It has blocked him. Yeah. Yep. It has blocked him. Completely. That Aston Martin has completely blocked him. Whoa, and Jay has spun. Yeah, I mean, pretty terrible from Ethan. Wait. I feel like this is this guy who asked me for tips, because he's using every single assist. And there's Zalan is a different guy. That is that guy who has asked me for all of the like tips. I mean, I told him at the end of the day just to have fun, like at the end, but not to run any people's races and go into the pits when you are in. I mean, he did improve by 1.7 seconds, but that is 6 seconds behind from Mixie. I didn't think that he would be that bad. I told him that he told me that he was bad, but is it bad? I mean, obviously, different people have different levels, but Jesus Christ. What's this? But this doesn't feel... Look at turn 13. Is it... Okay, it wasn't that bad, but I feel like for some corners the car just... He just doesn't turn. He just doesn't turn. Like for there. He just doesn't turn. I don't know. Is Hakimi on a flying lap? Yes, he probably is. I mean, by the ERS usage, it looks like that he's on a flying lap. There's no outlap indicator, so I guess he's on a flying lap. First sector yellow flags, and the second one, Jay with a 5-second time penalty. Collision with Fran. Hakimi not improving through the first sector. Yes, he was on a flying lap. But Jay with a 3-second... Not 3 second, 5 players with penalty as Hakimi almost lost it in turn 13, trying to push a little bit too hard. But that's his lap ruined. Does he have enough? No, he doesn't have enough fuel. That's him done. Hakimi is done with qualifying because he doesn't have enough fuel for the second run. Is Zal on a flying lap? I mean, he definitely is. 4.5 tenths of improvement. He had 5 in the first sector, but he lost some in the second one. Getting a little bit of toe from Hakimi, I guess. Final corner, I don't know if that's really distraction, but he's gonna at least get the... although Zalin is gonna run out of fuel on the line, is he? He did improve 0.1 laps of fuel. I mean, that's... My man was leaving on the edge. Fran, his lap I guess was destroyed. Okay, who the hell is on a flying laps? I guess everyone. I don't know who to look at. I would just go with the leading car. So basically, Splandy, who loses it in the first sector, turn 8, and that's him done as well. That's him done as well. Hakimi is on another lap, but he won't have enough fuel. So I'll look with Josh, who's the same thing. Same thing. Jamie is the first one to be on an actual lap, but he's improving only 45,000 down though. Monkey is on a flying lap. What an absolute disaster from Splendy and Josh, the two title contenders at the moment. I mean, as well Jamie, but it's closer between Josh and Splendy. Jamie, is he improving on his lap? Is he improving? Yes, he's but 2 tenths. 2 tenths, so that is worth of pole position, but that was very bad from turn 22 to 24. Is he gonna get some toe? No, he didn't go for toe. Monkey's first sector was he spun. Monkey spun. So Jamie, does he get a pole position? Did he lose enough time? No, he goes into pits. Jamie goes into the pits. There's only Dave who can think of pole position, because everyone from top 3 other than Dave have basically destroyed their laps, and Dave is not improving. So Monkey is on pole position. Franny goes P4 129.189. I totally forgot about this midfield people. Mixie stays in P11. Panda, where does he go? Stays P9. Zalen, no, he's not on a flying lap. Dave, no, even more about this improvements. I don't know if that's even a word, but an absolute absolute chaos on the final runs. Just everyone from the top absolutely destroying their laps. Monkey spot on his flying lap. Jamie just all of a sudden decided to go into the pits. Josh went wide, pretty much the same place where Splandy spun. Hakimi did not have enough fuel, and he got blocked by Ethan. No, that was Jay. That was Jay who got blocked by Ethan. I think that was... I know Hakimi made his own mistake. Dave just could not improve on his lap. Zalen, I want to say too slow, but he's in a goddamn McLaren. So he can't really do anything about that. Panda, P9 in and Aston Martin still pretty decent. Again, Normas Matt just lost his pace after he went onto a wheel. Mixie P11 and Ethan P12. Jay starting last with a 5 place grid penalty. But that doesn't really even matter since he already is behind, so it's a Ferrari front row lockout for the sprint. Yes, there's a sprint. Or actually, no, Secret would have been still in the championship. Wait, if Secret wouldn't have, if he still would have finished 4th in USA, but he didn't get those penalty points, he still would have had a shot in the championship. Because there's a sprint and you can gain 8 points. And he was like 53 points behind Josh, so he would technically still be in. Or mathematically. English. Mathematically still in, but he's not in because he has a race ban. So he can sleep properly or do something with his life other than racing. I mean, everyone who races on this game does not have a life, even though some people say that they have a life more than others, but at the end of the day, none of us have a life because we still play this goddamn game. We still play games. I mean, obviously, it depends on age. If someone is like 13, 14, or maybe even 12, then they should just enjoy their lives. They should not they absolutely should not think about being adults. Because at some point you just realize that you don't want to be an adult. You don't want to pay taxes. You don't want to move out. You just want to live your childhood. Jamie already spun on the formation lap, so obviously washed. That's the logic used from Liam. That's as well on Mass Matt spun. Mixie and Ethan disqualified. On Mass Matt as well disqualified for being too slow, I guess. Panda P9 in and Aston Martin's obviously washed. Okay, now enough of this this Liam humor that if, like, for example, Jamie spun in a formation lap, then he's washed. Okay, let's stop with that and get on the actual racing. Everyone on the mediums, no surprises in here. Everyone on the mediums. Surprisingly though, I must say, Fran in P4 in the Alfa Romeo. I mean, he did as well use the fact that Splandy, Hakimi, they didn't set their proper laps or their final line laps. So that was as a he used it as his advantage, basically. Yeah, Jamie got that was Jamie. Okay, exiting the final corner for some entering it. We are, or I'm not, and you guys will watch if there's even one. Okay, 2 people. Okay, it's better than. I mean, it's 13 people. I mean, technically 12. But yeah, as drivers are getting into the grid slots. A very interesting position from Monkey, I must say. Very interesting position. Okay, terrible camera to show, but let's look from Josh's point of view. Very interesting. to cut off your teammates. Everyone else have their pretty much normal position-wise or positions. Alright, let's get it. 1, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and lights are out, and away we go here in Jeddah for the sprints. Jamie gets an absolute monster of a start, already taking the lead over Monkey. What is happening at the back? Fran is already spun rounds into turn 1 from P4 to down to P13. Dave is up to P2. Monkey all of a sudden gets a penalty of 3 seconds. A very interesting start. Josh is down P4, Splendy in P5, is mixing P8, Jay up to P8. But he has to remember, he has a great penalty. So he has to remember about that. Panda trying to overtake Mixie around the outside of turn 13, but obviously has to remember worst car. So it's going to be a lot difficult to overtake these people that have faster cars. It's not like WRC where it's more about the driver. Here it's more about the car nowadays. Actually, it always has been for quite a while now. Jay very close behind Zalen. He's gonna try and overtake him. Maybe on the straight. On the inside, Zalen sees him. Zalen doesn't use much of his ERS. Jay burns his ERS. Jay on the inside. Does he get him though? Zalen tries to maybe switch back in, but he doesn't. And that is Jay up to P7. Josh overtakes Dave into, or actually on the start finish straight. It's the two McLaren Mercedes boys. A little bit getting feisty. Splendy, or actually that was Dave pushing Splendy out, and that is now Splendy fighting with Hakimi in this twisty sector 1, and they have lost mass amount of time now to Josh because Dave just would not let Splendy overtake him. So Dave stays in P4. There must be Liam must be fuming at this, because first of all Splendy is losing crucial points as Dave has crashed, has spun on the X of turn 13, damaged front wing, so he's basically out of this. So he causes a crash between him and Zalen, completely crossing the line on him. Or I mean, technically Dave could not really do much since he didn't have the downforce, but he probably knew that Zalen was there, but he just would not let him through. So Dave is even further down in P12. He's definitely out of the race for almost, but that's definitely getting removed. Although it won't make it much of a difference since you can't really get it removed. If that would be for the points, then yes, but since he's in P10, and if Zalen overtakes him, he goes into the pit, so I guess damaged front wing, so it doesn't really matter much. Panda overtakes Mixie around the outside of turn 1, and he makes it stick, he makes it done, and he is up to P7. Virtually in P6. We have to remember Jay has that 5 players grid penalty, so at the moment he will be ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll be behind Ethan, so in P11. Zalen and Dave in the pits, obviously to make their changes. Zalen going for the oh, that's actually not smart. I will explain you. Okay, Jay getting a 3 seconds. Okay, so I explain. So instead of you using the mediums, you went for the hards that you only get one pair for the race, or basically for the qualifying and the race. So he is using the tires that you're gonna use for the race anyways, because what other strategy there is? I mean, there's a medium, soft. That would be something. But other than that, there's nothing. There has to be hearts included in that. Splendid with a new fastest lap, but Jay immediately takes it back. He's trying to get as big advantage of as possible, so basically gaining as much places as possible quickly, but with a 3-second time penalty, that's going to be even worse. Well, he's still staying in P6, but for now in the sprint, getting few points. But for the starting race, he'll be behind Ethan. Ethan 20 seconds behind. Oh, he has broken his front wing. Hakimi 3 seconds. So it is way better for Hakimi. Up front, Monkey overtakes Jamie for the lead. So Jamie, I don't know if Jamie led through Monkey, but there's a new race leader, and it's Monkey who retakes the lead. He had the lead, obviously, for like 2 seconds before Jamie immediately overtook him on the start, because Monkey got a horrible start. Monkey pulling a gap on his teammates. Jamie though gets the DRS and uses ERS. Both of them use ERS. Monkey really trying to pull away from Jamie. Fran overtakes Mixie. Actually very quickly on the straight. She could be getting as well Panda on the same straight. Would be a very nice recovery from Fran, from being lost to now being P8, but he goes on the inside of Panda into turn 1. Panda leaves space, and into turn 2, Fran tries to get a switchback. A little bit of contact there. You don't know how dodgy the game is, because Fran, I don't know if he remembers, but I definitely remember our GPR realistic Imola. Just that little touch could have, or basically, so Fran spins out of turn, which that is not 10, I think, and he's now down P10. That recovery has quickly went down from being P8 to now being down in P10. Shambles for Fran after getting hit from behind at the start to now making his own mistake in the sprint. I did not see who was that on the start who hit him. I just saw that he was spun round. So anyways, Jay really trying to get ahead of Hakimi. He knows that he and Hakimi have 3 seconds, so they're essentially on 0 seconds for them, and basically the drivers around them, or except for Mixi and Almost Mad, they are in minus 3 seconds. Ethan gets a 3-second time penalty. I think that's another. No, that's the first one. All right. Someone had a 5-second. That was Almost Mad. Still not changing anything. He would be still in P9 because of Jay's 5 plays with penalty. Jay still would be in P11. Now would be behind Zalen. After this race gets basically finishes. At this moment, Splandy would be losing a point on Josh. 2 Irishmen fighting for the championship. I mean, there is as well one from UK. Jay spins on the X of turn 13. He was so close behind Hakimi, but now he is still behind Hakimi and still ahead of Panda for now, but he's virtually behind Panda. Don't mean that he'll be P12 because Jay has 3 seconds. Panda doesn't. Panda has ERS as he slows down massively. Whoa. That was very dangerous from Jay. Panda lost it because of it. He was trying to really avoid Jay, but Jay just all of a sudden broke like on the just I have no words for that. What Jay did, that was unnecessary. Basically, I don't know. There's no slide from him or whatever that he would need to save. That was probably just he was getting a little bit desperate to get that P11, and I mean P6, but he will be still P11. Anyways, Splandy, 3-second time penalty. So even if he were to overtake Josh, he would be behind Josh since he has a 3-second time penalty. Jamie's still within. Monkey is 3 seconds. Monkey is really pushing with the ERS, trying to get away from Jamie so that he can get the pole position for the race. Splandy pretty close behind Josh. Now it's, I mean, Splandy has almost no ERS. I mean, basically no ERS. Josh has 40% of ERS. Much faster car on the straights. No penalties. Essentially now what he doesn't need to do is to throw it away, like his teammate did last week. Splandy fakes a move up the inside. Panda is still within the 3 seconds of Jace, but Mixie is trying to get ahead of Panda, and he gets ahead of Panda into turn 1, and he even lets him through. He knows that Mixie has a 3-second time penalty. Oh, Mixie getting a little out of shape out of turn 2. Panda is now probably saying, get a move on. Oh, it's just so annoying. It's so painful to watch this. I mean, normally the cars just go so fast, but now they just don't turn. He lost a second on Mixie just because of that. With the broken front wing, you lose a second on that section. Up to 1 second, or minimum 1 second, unless the driver ahead just decides to lose it. Lap 8 out of 9. Jamie and Monkey. Jamie on literally no ERS. Monkey still has a tiny bit of it. A tiny bit. Josh has caught up to Jamie, to his DRS. So it's way more difficult for Splandy to overtake him, but I don't think he would even try and overtake him. Final lap of the sprint. Monkey has started, I mean, pretty much top 5 has started already. The gap from Monkey to Jamie is 2.3 seconds. Is Jamie gonna get the win in the sprints, or is it gonna be Monkey? Monkey gaining and gaining through the first sector. 3/10 gained in the first sector. That is 2.5 seconds. Now, turn 13. It's 2.6. Not gained. A little bit. Jake is a 6-second time penalty. Frank is a 3-second time penalty. As went out mean Panda would be P6, Mixie would be P7. Jamie is out of the 3-second zone. 3.1. Monkey no ERS. Jamie no ERS. Who has a lower wing setup? Is it Jamie? I think it is Jamie, but Jamie has to worry about Josh now. Josh tries to get him on the exit. Monkey wins the sprint, but is it gonna be Josh on the line? Photo finish, and it's Josh on the line, getting the P2 by 45 thousandths, and Splandy just hanging on with a P4 by 99 thousandths. What a photo finish between these. I mean, it's between these 5. Jay finishes in P7 actually. Panda in P6, Mixie P8, Fran P9, Onmasman P10, Zal in P11, and Dave in P12. Jay finished 12th, 7th. So he's gonna be starting 12th for the main race, since his grid penalty is gonna be only served for the race. But what a photo finish between those top 5. Yes, I know Splandy says 4.1 seconds, but a 3-second time penalty. It still would have been pretty close between those 5, sorry. But yeah, Monkey gets the dub, and Josh gains 1 point on Jamie and 2 points on Splandy, and Red Bull gain points on Mercedes as well. Mercedes getting only 5 points. Red Bull, that is 7.7 plus 4, that is 11 points gained. 11. Yes, obviously 11. 6 points gained for Red Bull already in the main race. So for the main race, I mean, it's a little bit surprised for Dave was ghosted in the sprint race. I'm worried that he left the game. I'm worried that he has left the game. Let me just get my phone. There's gonna be another safety gun. There's gonna be another formation lap. Now there's gonna be more strategy-wise things, whatever. Yeah, and as well, Josh gained two extra points on Splandy. Just get my thing is, yeah, there's another formation lap. Oh, bad news for Splandy. He's restarting his PlayStation. Ay. That is. And there's a big argument between Fran and Jay. For whatever reason, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Yeah, Jay is in P12. Let's see the tires. Very interesting tires. Most of the drivers for the mediums, and there are 4 drivers who are on the hards. That is Jamie, Fran, Zalon, and Jay. Then a few soft runners. We have Dave and Ethan. Obviously, the soft are really bad on this track. But yeah. Splandy, he's gonna have to do this quick. He's gonna have to do this real quick though, because he won't get for the start. He won't be for the start. Oh, he's gonna tumble down the order. I mean, if all of a sudden there won't be a massive carnage, like every single person will be involved there, like Monkey, Josh, Jamie, Hakimi, Panda, Mixie, Fran, Ormas, Matt, Zal, and Dave, Jay and Ethan all of a sudden. And then as well Dave. I mean, Davis as well in an AI, he left, so that's pretty bad. He's gonna have to have a miracle, honestly. Alright. Drivers lined up. And then, for the main race. It is 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, lights out, and away we go, again in Jeddah. Monkey gets a better start this time. Jamie gets again a very good start, this time on the hards even, tries to go down inside of Josh, into turn 1, Ethan gets a 3-second time penalty already. but he stays around the outside, and Jamie stays in P3. Splandy regains the car, and he's down in P6. Mixie up to P5. Well, a little bit off track, but still up to P5. Panda has lost one position, actually two, no, one, no, two. Fran up to P7, but Panda is trying to hang it around the outside in turn 13. It's getting close. It's getting close to former Ferrari teammates in ERL. And he got him around the outside of turn 13. I mean, he finished in turn 15, but still very good move by Panda in the Aston Martin on Masmat, getting overtaken by Zalen, but he defends nicely into turn 22. Hakimi pretty close behind Jamie. He's really trying to overtake him into turn 27. Oh, he outbreaks himself a little bit. And Jamie... No, Hakimi uses ERS. Jamie doesn't make it in the first lap. Obviously, since he was first to cross the line. Monkey already with that 1 second gap behind. Fran 3 second time penalty already as well. Splandy overtakes Mixie in turn 3. So the game is on. The game is on. It's either gonna be Josh or Splandy. Mixie gets a 3 second time penalty as well. So the gap. Oh, that wasn't good by Splandy to get a warning already there. So the gap. The gap was already between Josh and Splandy. It was like 18 points. Let me just get it quickly. 18 points. I think. It's not very good that I'm checking it now, but let me just quickly check. Quick check. Yeah. 18 points, and now it's 20 points. Josh, if the positions stay like this, Josh P2, Splandy P5, but Splandy's overtaking Jamie in turn 26, and then into turn 27, he finalizes it, and he makes a move down. Mixie spins on the exit of turn 27, and he uses reset to track, which is illegal in this league. It is illegal to use reset to track, so that is 10 seconds and 5 penalty points to his name. So his race is half done. But if this is how it is, oh, George getting a little bit off track, with the track limits playing in there. Mixie again spinning. Zalen getting a 3 second time penalty, but Mixie once again spun. This time in turn, I don't know, 7. There's too many cars. Oh, his rear tires are basically cooked, and I think even his rear wing is cooked. I mean, we don't see obviously because, you know, there was this thing that you could see if there was damage for someone in the rear wing or something, but then they decided to, because of probably some legal reasons, not. And Maxi crashes out in turn 13. Is there gonna be a safety car? Fran as well. Oh, he just pressed the button. He just pressed the button. I mean, okay, I guess Mixie as well did that. But that's 2 cars already out of the race, I guess. I mean, okay. Josh, he has gained to Monkey a lot, but he has used his ERS a lot. He has used plenty of his ERS. Monkey has almost full. Josh has only like 30%. Hakimi behind him has way more, that is like 70%. Splandy has like in the middle. around 50%. Jamie has a little bit more than Splandy, but lower than Hakimi. Panda still staying semi-close behind Jamie. So Jamie, if this is how it ends, if the race ends like this, for P2 you get 18 points, for P4 you get 12 points. That'll be done. That'll be done right there. The championship will be done right there. Who has the fastest lap though? Josh, that'll be that is championship done right here if it ends like this. Josh getting 19 points, Splandy getting only 12. 7 points gained on Splandy. That is the championship done. Championship is done right there if it stays like this. Splandy P4, Josh P2 with the fastest lap. Josh basically needs to, if he wants to secure his championship, the easiest way is just to win, because you get already 7 points of that. And then as well, right now he has the fastest lap, that's 8 points. That's done. That's done. I mean, Splandy obviously could get the fastest lap. Oh, Splandy getting a little bit with the track limits once again. Again. Yes, good English. Good English. I mean, Splandy could get the fastest lap and basically still have the championship mathematically alive, but there would be like 24-point difference between Josh and Splandy at that point. I mean, basically, the championship is done. At that point, the championship is done. But anyways, still long race to go. 20 laps to go. 20 laps left. So there's still plenty of things happen. The most important thing for Hakimi though, or basically for Hakimi, the most important thing to do right now is just to get the constructors points and help out Josh. Helping out Josh is gonna be crucial for him, although it's Hakimi doesn't really want to help his teammates, trying to go around the outside now on the inside of turn 2, but he backs out. Trying to get a little bit feisty out there, which is obviously not good since Splandy has now gained enough to get the DRS. But that DRS detection zone is after the chicane, which is turns 16, 17. Ethan goes into the pits already from those softs. Should be as well Dave. Dave is still in the AI, so basically it's Red Bulls versus Splandy's. Splandy is now doing damage limitation for the constructors, but he cannot do damage limitations. He has to basically be ahead of Josh. Red Bulls, what are they doing? What are the Red Bulls doing? Hakimi isn't helping out Josh at all. Josh luckily got the DRS, but Splandy is almost at the back of the two. What are these two doing? Hakimi just tried to overtake Splandy, Josh into turn 12. He basically, it's getting, the championship is on. The championship is on. This is what we like. This is what we all like. Splandy up the inside of Hakimi into turn 1. But he stays behind him, at least for now. Sorry, a little bit of that. Oh, now it is. Now it is getting a bit more interesting. With, I mean, I don't. At this point, I'm just confused. At this point, I'm confused. I don't know, is Hakimi on Josh's side or Splandy's side? Because if he's attacking Josh, then he's technically on Splandy's side. But if he's holding back Splandy down, then he's technically on Josh's side. At this point, I have no idea. At this point, no clue, no idea whatsoever. Both Josh and Hakimi have pretty much the same amount of ERS. Splandy, he is very low on ERS. So he's gonna have to basically now rely on Hakimi just helping out Splandy. But yeah, like I said, I have no idea, is Hakimi on Josh's side or Splandy's side. No clue. Jamie, meanwhile, terrible pace. Terrible pace at the moment. Out of the championship. Out of the championship. And he's getting overtaken by Jay as well. On the straight. Who is as well on the mediums. And he's in the Alpine. Jamie. Terrible pace. Absolutely terrible. Now he's in P6. Yeah, so basically now, I mean, if he finishes behind Josh, then he's out of the championship. That's the easiest thing to know. Lap 8 out of 25. Still the same. Still the same in the championship. As well, you get 19 and 15. That's 34. Splandy getting only 12. Oh, that the championship lead as well in the constructors will be changing if the results are at the moment right now. Mercedes, or basically Red Bull, will be ahead of. Right, 12, 34. There'll be 1 point difference between Red Bull and Mercedes, and I think that'll be, if my maths are correct, that would be Red Bull ahead of Mercedes. So very interesting. As well in the constructors wise. Hakimi gaining a little bit on Josh. But stays behind. Jamie re-overtakes Jay into turn 1. And he's up to P5. But like I'm saying, terrible pace. Jamie, terrible pace. I mean, the pace is nowhere. The reigning champion looks to have no reigning in champions. He's gonna be crying in champions. Okay, no, no. That was bad and a terrible joke. Sorry, Jamie. Sorry, Jamie, but that was a really bad joke. But yeah. The reigning champion doesn't have the greatest, hasn't had the greatest season actually. Again, the teammates nowhere. I mean, yeah, there's now a monkey, but the championship is done. For the constructors, it is done already, so it doesn't even matter. And as well, with the result like this, it will be even more done. It'll be even more done. Alright, Splandy's still trying to hang in there between these two. Hakimi trying to overtake Josh on the outside. Splandy for the undercut. This could be crucial as well because Josh has been overtaken by his own teammate Hakimi, so he could be as well slowed down by his teammate a little bit, dependent on his pace. But if his pace doesn't improve, he isn't gonna be getting away from Josh, then, or he's more about blocking than nowhere. But yes, Splandy fall down the cut. No traffic at all ahead of him, nor behind him. I mean, it's on mass mad. 12 seconds behind, and Panda ahead of him. 15 seconds out of him. So, no one around him. So, basically, no traffic. No one to block. Josh gets the DRS on this straight. He'll get it again. This could as well play out some nicely. because I mean, it depends. If Hakimi is gonna pit now on this lap, does he have the pit thing? No. Josh, no, but let's see. Is Hakimi pitting? Nope. Josh, he is. Josh is. That would be real funny if actually Hakimi would have pitted and Josh actually would have pitted as well on the same lap. Pan as well pitting. So we will see how this undercut from Splandy will work. Josh already out of the pit, out of his pit mechanics. He'll be having very cold tires, obviously. Splandy obviously ahead of Panda, no question in here. Now, depends on Splandy's pace and as well on Josh's pace. How he will manage this cold tire situation. Splandy is gonna be obviously gaining a lot. Splandy is gaining a little bit of VRS, but he's used like I guess. I mean, Josh is basically understeering everywhere. And so Splandy has gained a second. Ooh, that was a little bit of a lockup from Josh as well. There's no smoke, but I heard it. Splandy 1.0, and with Josh still having cold tires, Splandy is within his DRS. It's gonna open the DRS. Josh doesn't seem to be using any ERS. Splandy is gonna be gaining on this corner as well, maybe a little bit since he has some more warm tires, but now Josh's tires are as well up to not optimal, but still very decent temperature. Now it won't oversteer like crazy. Hakimi as well in the pits. Josh using a little bit of his ERS, or actually plenty of his ERS. Hakimi now exiting pit lane. He was ahead of Josh when Josh was going into the pits. But obviously the same problem for Hakimi. He will have the cold ass tires. And on this first select, I mean, you don't even gain that much heat in here. Actually, you gain a lot, but it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same until you hit like 80. You feel the difference. But if it's like 76 or something, it's pretty much the same to like 70. No change. Alright. Josh doesn't have the DRS on Hakimi, but Splandy. Is he gonna get the DRS on Josh? Yes, he does. Panda spun on the X of turn 13. He had already warm tires, so it wasn't the cold tire problem. It was just genuine mistake, I'm guessing. Whoa! I thought that there was already. I thought there was something between Jay and Jamie, but that was just Ethan. Monkey pits. So it's Jay in the lead, at least for now. Monkey already exits his pits. Splandy, very good. Josh isn't seem. Actually, it's interesting. But Josh has the advantage of having actually like ERS. Splandy, almost nothing. Josh has like over 50%. Josh is almost under 20, always. So yeah, Monkey five and a half seconds ahead of Hakimi. I mean, Monkey is absolutely rapid. Hakimi is as well good, at least in this race. 2.4 to 2.5 seconds out of his own teammate. Splandy getting a little close to the two championship rivals, the two Irishmen fighting for the championship, fighting for P5 as well. Josh, is he gonna use ERS? No, not yet. Splandy is gaining. Jay pitting. Splandy dives down the inside. Josh tried to switch back him. Who's gonna get the DRS? None of them have the DRS. But it's Josh in ahead since he had more ERS and just a better car on the straight. Jake's quite close to be what? 1.5 seconds behind. Where has this come from? I mean, yeah, he's gonna have cold tires, but these mediums, they aren't as bad as hards. He's actually gaining on them. He's actually gaining on them. Jay could be actually overtaking Splandy and Josh quite some time because he has the tire advantage. He has the tire advantage. ERS, I mean, it's pretty much, it was similar what Splandy had. Remember had, because he doesn't have any ERS left anymore, and Josh still has plenty of it. It's getting interesting for P4. Splandy, getting a little bit close to the walls, getting a little bit of pressure. Jamie pits finally. So everyone has put it. Splandy gaining a little bit on Josh. But now on this start finish straight, Josh using a little bit of his ERS as well as Splandy was. Josh using it again, just so that Splandy doesn't get ahead. I'll use telemetry so that you guys can see actually the. Okay, Josh will be pits. Very interesting pit thingy. Oh, there's no one watching. Nice. Anyways. Splandy getting still very close behind Josh. But Jay is even closer behind Splandy. Obviously he wants to use his mediums, but he can't since, well, first thing, he doesn't have ERS. Second thing, well, actually I don't know, but he will get shouted out probably. Jay is really trying to get ahead of Splandy. Splandy denies it. But to be honest, in my place, I would let Jay through because Jay is now hungry, and the best thing will be to just let him through. Jay is all behind. He's gonna be hungry as well. He is hungry as well. Splandy trying to go around the outside of Josh into turn 23. Jay getting... Whoa, again. Whoa, Splandy getting a little bit too much. A little bit too much of touches. Oh, that was very scary for Splandy. He could have lost the championship. That Jay dives down inside into turn 1. And he goes ahead of Jay. Splandy. Splandy is all out of shape. And he crashes. Damaged front wing. And he retires. This is beautiful for Josh. This is the dream race at the moment for Josh. He just needs to finish this race at least in P7, and that's it. But he's in P3. He's in P3. He doesn't even need to fight Jay. He doesn't even need to fight anyone. The championship could be done here if just Josh finishes this race in P7 at least. P7 or higher. This championship could be done. And as well, for Mercedes, this is terrible. Liam is absolutely shouting at Splandy, why aren't you racing? This is so crucial for the constructors. Because now, one thing, Red Bull will be still ahead of Mercedes, but now the gap is going to be bigger by like, I don't know, over 10 points. I don't know the math right now. I mean, they will be still getting 34 points as of right now, since Jay is gonna be trying and overtaking Josh. Josh knows that his competitor Splandy and his fellow Irishman has crashed out. Or basically, I mean, yeah, he did crash out and then retire. I mean, obviously, out of anger, because just losing the championship because of that is just, I mean, it is stupid. It just is. I mean, it's just not, it's like this. Jay, hungry for P3, even though he has 3 seconds up, and it dives down the inside into turn 13. And he's up to P3. Josh is gonna be now having another challenger behind him from Jamie. But Josh could be out of Jay by turn 23, since he's gonna gain a lot on this straight. A lot. Even into turn 23, he didn't even use any of his ERS, and he overtook him. He was very close. And Josh uses some of his ERS. Look at the speed difference. Look at the speed difference. No competition at all. But Josh is still behind Jay, but just saving that to the final stretch where he doesn't have the DRS. And Josh has Jamie has the DRS. And it has stayed the same. Nothing has changed. Oh, turn off this. Jamie trying to get ahead of Josh still. Still trying to get ahead of Josh. But honestly, Josh doesn't need to even... He can just chill. He can just listen to music. Just play We Are the Champions, because he is... If he finishes this race 7th or higher, he is gonna be the champion. I mean, Ethan is still driving, Zalen isn't, Dave isn't. Fair play to like drivers like Panda and Ormas Matt, who are quite a few seconds behind, but they're still driving. And Panda has even damaged front wing once again, like he had in the sprint, like he has in the race. Josh doesn't have the DRS behind Jay, so but he's gonna get it anyways with the speed difference. Yeah, he has got it again. Because Jay is probably using so high wings, but Josh didn't get the greatest of exits. And Josh didn't even get the he didn't even use the DRS. So Jamie up to P4, and for now up to the podium places, up to P3. I mean, there's still Jamie who can somewhat fight for the championship, but Josh would need to. I mean, the gap was like 11 points, 12 points, so mathematically he would need to outscore him by 12 points. So basically, at this point, that would mean a win. At this point, it would mean a win. But since, well, Monkey is like 10 seconds, like... Jamie is behind his teammate 15.5 seconds. Yeah, that is gonna be a problem to get the lead. And as well, Monkey is absolute rapid. Monkey has a false lap, but I mean, Josh probably doesn't care anymore. With Jamie finishing in P3 and himself P4. Jamie only gaining 3 points. It's a dream for Josh at the moment. Monkey starts the lap 20 out of 25. I mean, to be honest, it's not the best ways to end the championship like this. But say, I mean, it is what it is. Jamie trying to overtake Jay around the outside of turn 1, and on the inside of turn 2. Jay is gonna be feisty. into turn 4, side by side. Jay pushes Jamie wide. They're still going up. Oh no. Okay, now just Jamie went straight into Jay, and they both span. Jay damaging his front wing completely. Jamie, as it looks like right now, he has the front wing, so it's even better. For Josh, because even Jamie can't get any more points. He is gonna be finishing P3. Jamie finishing P4. Depends how big of a penalty, but I don't think it's gonna be like 20 seconds. It's not gonna be like 20 seconds. So I mean, the championship is basically done in here. The championship is basically done in here. I could comfortably say that Josh, with his clean race, great pace, maybe not getting to pole position, any of the wins at this race, but just being consistent at this race, and even if throughout the whole season, I have the time to actually look at this season, at his season, how he has performed. I have so much time. It's lap 21, and there's still 5 laps to go. Like, there's so much time that I can use to check his results. Alright. So... okay, so for some of these there are no results, but whatever. Round 1, Bahrain. Josh P2. I'll be saying only Josh. Round 2, Josh B6. Round 4, because there wasn't, for some reason there wasn't for round 3. Round 4, P1. Round 5, P4. Round 8, for some reason there wasn't for round 6 and 7. Great job, Jamie. Round 8, he was P11 out of the points. Actually, no, that was the that was a sprint. P3. P3. Round 9, P4. Round 10. Round 10, P2. Round 11, win. Round 12, P2. So, yeah. It's pretty much the championship done at this point. And there's not even really anything to watch, to say anything at this point. Just watching this 3 laps of cars going around with circles, especially this one. I mean, especially this one. Very weird circle. Looks very weird. But I mean, everyone is so far from each other. Hakimi behind, I mean, Monkey is ahead of Hakimi by 8 seconds, then Hakimi to Josh 10 seconds, Josh to Jamie 10 seconds, Jamie to Jay 20 seconds, Jay to Panda 13 seconds, Panda to Onmasamat 12 seconds, Onmasamat to Zalan 44 seconds, Zalan Dave 10 seconds, and Ethan to Dave a lap down, or not to Dave, but like 1 minute 20 seconds. I couldn't be even asked to even do that, because it's just so boring. I mean, what am I supposed to say? I mean, it's 2 laps remaining. 2 laps remaining. It's just 2 laps remaining. If I could, I would listen to some music, but because PlayStation doesn't allow to you while you're streaming to like listen to music, at least on PS4. I don't know how it is in PS5, but I'm broke. Okay, maybe not that broke, but I do have money for PlayStation 5, but it's the money left. I always have like 300 euros. maybe 200, and I don't want to use my all money to a goddamn console. I'm getting soon my driver's license, so I want to as well save up for some gas. Because the gas is just ridiculous. I mean, all of a sudden, I mean, that means Hakimi is as well gaining on Monkey. The gap last lap was like 8.4. Now it's 7 seconds. Could be as well that Monkey is just playing. He's not even driving anymore. Like really, realistically. Okay, I mean, okay, maybe he's driving, but not like in a serious way. False lap still for Monkey, but it doesn't matter. Josh could be even going for the false lap. And he, like, just for fun. Okay, maybe not anymore. Maybe not anymore, because he wouldn't actually get it. The penultimate lap has been started. On match 3 seconds. What to talk now? I mean, for this race, Monkey absolutely dominating this race. Pole position in qualifying. From lap 4, leading the race after he got a terrible start and his teammate got the jump on him. But after that, leading every single lap on the sprint. Got the pole position for the race. Because he won the sprint. And then leading most of the laps on this race. Getting the fastest lap. And as it looks like as well, the dub. Home for Ferrari. Panda going for the fastest lap. Although he will get lapped. As Monkey starts the final lap of the race. Panda won't be getting the fastest lap because he just not he got lapped and almost getting overtaken by Onma Samara. That would be terrible. Although he has 6 seconds, but anyways. Yeah, Monkey started the final lap of the race. Josh starts his final lap of the race. He knows it. He knows it's the final lap of this championship fight between the two Irishmen. I mean, it was mainly between. It was at the beginning Panda, Jamie, Josh, Splandy. Then it became Josh and Jamie, Splandy, because Panda just decided to leave. Essentially, there is still a little bit of fight between Panda and Mastermind, but I don't care anymore about that. Then it became a little bit like Josh, Splandy, Jamie, Secret, and now it has become. And then it became Josh, James, Splandy, and now it was more Josh, Splandy. But now on this on this penultimate race of the season, Splandy, DNF in the race. Monkey wins the Grand Prix in Saudi Arabia as well with the fastest lap. Absolute dominant fashion. Hakimi finished in P2, but the main man, the main driver to celebrate for, it is Josh, rounding off the final corner of this Grand Prix, and he crosses the line to become the champion of RVRL, the first time champion of RVRL Season 5. An absolute beautiful drive by this Irishman. Deserved championship. Yes, it is, because he fought for it. And he won against the reigning champions, Jamie, and the driver, Splandy, who was rapid in the Aston Martin, carried that car. But Josh is the main driver to celebrate in this race, getting the dub, the biggest dub you can get, the World Drivers' Championship. No, the driver of the day. It's not Jay, it's Josh. I don't care that J came from P12 to P3 or P5, whatever it was. I don't care. It is Josh because he won the championship, of course. What other excuse there is? I don't care. Josh wins the championship in Jeddah. 1 round to go. Still in the season. Congrats to Josh with an absolute beautiful season. Starting off, it was alright, but then after Panda left, different beast, taking the advantage of the mistakes and other drivers, just misfortunes, bad pace, whatever there is. Even I don't even know. I don't have a big for but Josh, congrats, man, congrats, getting the championship home to Red Bull. There is still for the constructors, but the drivers' side, it's sealed, it's done. He can rest. The stress is done for Josh. Splandy must be fuming. Maybe Jamie as well, but he wasn't much in the championship fight at one point of the season. I mean, to this race he was still in, but not really. But I mean, not really though. He was like 38 points behind to this race, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, Josh getting a dub home to Red Bull. Like I'm saying, there's still the drivers of the constructors championship, but the drivers sealed, done. Josh can rest in home, at home. He doesn't have to worry about next Sunday for the championship. He can just basically, I don't know, let his mom, dad, if he has a sibling, then sister, brother, or even animal if he has one. I don't know, maybe his goddamn phone drive. But he can rest, he can enjoy this championship. I know the feeling as well of winning it. I don't think I've ever had of losing it. I don't think. Like in the league racing. But anyways, Josh, world champion. Next round in Brazil, the season finale. There is still the Constructors Championship to fight. See you guys then.